Hey everyone. Before I pull cards today for our Oracle messages from Spirit, I wanted to share a channeled message that I got while I was doing dishes, of all things, today. And that is that the wheels are coming off. The wheels are coming off, and I see a bus, and the wheels are coming off the bus. So I see a lot of promise with this, but before the promise, there's going to be some chaos. So let me talk about both sides. The nice thing is that because of all this information that is swirling around and the redefining of our institutions and redefining politics, redefining healthcare, redefining I would say all of our major institutions and our culture at large, it's really causing people to understand more deeply about themselves and how they think. So there's the promise in that the things that people held on to that were like the guardrails of society, the things that made them feel safe, their religions, their upbringings, the things that they didn't question, everything is coming into question now, right? And so instead of having blind faith, we're going into a renaissance of critical thinking. So, as a former English teacher, this is the best news that I could ever dream of for us, that we step into a place of thinking for ourselves, of self reliance, of thinking independently, of dissecting and analyzing things and the things that people are saying and telling us, and putting them through our own filters of reality. So we're all going to be going through this phase of reality checks where we will be doing some critical thinking. And I say it's about time. It's about time. And so we had to be lied to enough or confused enough, or the I'm seeing the wizard behind the screen. Somebody had to pull the screen back so we can see what's running things. And what has been running things and what has always been running things are the people with the loudest mouths, right? The people with the strongest agendas, the people with the most to gain, right? To keep us in our places and whatnot. So, I mean, I don't want to get conspiracy theory about it, but what's happening is that we're all starting to realize that all of these laws and all of these things in place are man-made. And we, as a large part, this our society, our culture, we just took a lot of things for granted, and we just believe things to be so. And so now what's happening is we are having to think critically and decide what it is that we're going to believe and what we're not going to believe. And the deeper even part of this is that we're realizing that it's just our perspective that creates our realities, because a lot of people aren't believing a lot of things anymore. And so that is creating some sort of chaos and confusion, because wait a minute, the things that I used to hold dear or near to my heart or make me feel safe are illusions. Whoops. So now what do I believe in or cling to? And we're running out of things to believe in and cling on to, which is great, because in my practice, I often tell people nobody is coming to save you. So, and nobody's coming to save me. We are our own saviors, and we have to think critically for ourselves and define our own realities and pick and choose what it is that we want to believe in and what we want to discard, the things that no longer serve us. And so now this is happening at a large arena. And so I'm really grateful for it, but then I'm also a little nervous, because I know that until people can find their place and feel safe and get their root chakras feeling safe again, they're going to be looking for some answers and then being disillusioned or upset by the shows and the dishonesty and just the whole realization that it's all a show, folks. It's all a show, right? And whoops, you're the director and the star of your own show. And now it's time for each of us to go full center stage in the movies of our lives and be the creator or the co-creator with spirit in our lives. So this requires a lot more accountability and responsibility for ourselves. And so some of us are cool with that, but other people are not, and they're going to be stirred up and fearful about it. Um, Maybe even creating their own religions and things like that. I mean, a lot of things can happen as a result of this, but the big promise is that we all are going to have the freedom and capability to pick and choose and to think for ourselves. So, critical thinking, the wheels are coming off the bus, all the stuff that we once bought into, no more, you know, where a lot of people will just be questioning everything. And I think we should have been questioning everything all along. And the truth will set us free, right? Okay, so I can go on and on about this subject. It really excited me. I've been kind of thinking about it all day as a result of that message that I heard earlier. Um, but again, I am excited about it. I'm all about thinking. I'm all about using that crown chakra and, intuiting on top of that, right? So not only part of this whole thing is that yes, we are going to be using critical thinking skills. However, it's our intuition is going to be leading us to these places where we no longer resonate with somebody's story or some institution that has been established, and we're just our intuitions are just going to be guiding us away from a lot of things. And so then we'll be in a power place of finding or defining or creating our own realities, right? So there's a lot more to come with that. I just want to drop that though for today. And then we can just tap in all week and see what other messages Spirit has to say about that. Okay, so in the meantime, let's get a little lighter, hopefully, and pull from my handy dandy tarot deck. All right. I'll pull 3 cards today for us and see what comes up. And then I want to pull a bonus card from a new deck that I just got. Okay, so our 3 cards. We have the World, my backwards, the Page of Cups, and the 6 of Swords. Okay, so let's start with the 6 of Swords. This speaks a lot to what I was talking about earlier, where we're going to be doing a lot of emotional healing. We're going to be doing a lot of compartmentalizing, or maybe that's not the right word, but going through our filing system, our mental filing system of our thoughts, our beliefs, our ideals, and we're going to put them at rest. So this is going to be a healing process for a lot of people. And as we move forward with this, now we'll be able to go merrily down the stream instead of up the stream, right? So this also indicates that the hard parts are over. We needed to have a tower moment, I would say, to shake us up, to get us to this realization that all is not as it seems. And now it's time for us to pay attention and to pay attention to what's going on in here, way more than what's going on out there. What's going on out there is a show. And it's interesting. The first time I got a glimpse of this message, I was doing a medium reading for one of my clients and somebody who has grown really close to my heart. And his mother came through And it was right after the election, and both of us were really afraid, or, you know, we were in fear about Project 2025 and all this other stuff. And so then he asked his mom about politics. And the best thing that could have happened for me in that moment and him was that she channeled to me that it's a circus. And she showed me this big top 3 ring circus, and that it's all blah, blah, blah. Nothing's really going to come of it. So just relax, live your life. And we were both like, well, okay, I really want to believe that because I know I just channeled that, but it was a hard pill for me to swallow. But it really planted that seed in me that day. And it made me start to question and ask, more information, please, more information, please, because I want to believe that it is a circus and it is a show. And so that was my first glimpse behind the screen via that mediumship reading. And then just almost on a daily basis, I've just been getting more and more and more validation and information and more downloads about the nature of all of this. And it is a big show. And so we can grab our popcorn and watch the show, or we can be participants in this show, and we can create our own show, which I think is very important. And at the same time, we can help the narrative or the story unfold in a way that is more calming and full of light for people. And that's what I've decided to do. That's why I'm here. I want to do, I want to bring my light work to YouTube and to people, and I know it's going to go wherever it needs to go. That's the name of the game. And so, yes, there's a show going on, and the show, though, is frightening. It's like a horror film, unfolding before our eyes. And um, it's not the only show, though. It's just a show. It's loud and it's getting a lot of attention. So the light workers, I think, it's really important for all of us to really step up and to share the other sides, or the why is this going on? Because I do believe in the depths of my being that all of this is happening for big evolutionary reasons, right? And the show must go on. I mean, let's just stay within the theme. The Six of Swords, though, really speaks to us taking accountability for the thoughts that we choose to hold on to, or to dismiss, or to, evaporate, let go of, etc. So this self accountability is a big deal, and I'm really excited for it. Okay, and then we have the world. It doesn't really matter what order they came in, but the world speaks to completion. It speaks to graduating to the next level. I really feel that this is what this is all about. This, our, we are in a time where there is great expansion and great evolution. And we have our spirit guides, we have all the knowledge, all the experience, all of our past events, the good, the bad, doesn't matter. All of this has helped get us to where we are now. And so now it's time for an up leveling. It's time to go to the next level and to create at a higher, different plane than before. It's evolution. And we're just poised on the threshold of this great renaissance, a revolution of love and enlightenment and critical thinking, yay, and intuition, of course. Intuition is the back of all of it. And so the last card here is the Page of Cups. And this really speaks to the helpers of the planet, the light workers, the helpers, the artists, the lovers, the people who want to make it nice. It's really time for us to not be in fear and to know that we're in a show, and we can pass out the popcorn. We can make it nice. We can pay forward the love. We can create spaces for people to feel comfortable. We can create those spaces for ourselves, for our family members, for our neighbors and our neighborhoods, wherever we go, right? For our global communities. So this is us paying it forward, handing the relationship, handing the love. I call this the Romeo card. And the cups represent relationship and love and emotions and the softer parts of life. So pay your grace forward to make this place a little softer and a little nicer for all of us, right? Especially as we're going through this transition, because there is no transition without growing pains. So not to sugarcoat, right? It's gonna be a bumpy road. So put your seatbelts on, but there's never a time where we have to withdraw our love and our capacity to love and to share that with others. Okay, so the bonus card that I want to pull from is for my new deck called Woodland Wardens. I love this. It's all about the flora and the fauna. Um, so let's see what card comes up for us today. All right, we have, and I'll have to read from the book because I don't know these yet. All right, we have the hare and the oak, which represents new opportunities. So take a gander at that. There's the rabbit, the hare, and then the oak and the acorns. And that is number 3. Tiny little print. Okay, let's see. Number 3, new opportunities. Hares are often symbols of fertility and love, associated with the Celtic goddess Easter, Esther, Easter. They represent springtime, a season of birth and abundance. A variety of ancient cultures have linked the oak tree with bravery and vitality. In ancient Greece, the oak was revered as the tree sacred to Zeus. In Norse mythology, it represented the tree of life. And in ancient Celtic and Druid cultures, the oak was associated with the god Jagda. Okay, never heard of that one. A celebration of good fortune is in order. If you have been in caregiving role, this is a reminder that your sacrifices will be repaid. And that's upright. In the reverse position, so this could go either way. I pulled it upright, but however this fits you. Themes of neglect and empty promises abound. Perhaps your hard work isn't paying off in the manner expected. Try connecting with the hare, a creature of great energy and fruitfulness. To power through the difficult times ahead. So the questions you can ask yourself, to really feel into this card is, what can I celebrate today? And what exciting opportunities should I follow up on? All right. Okay. So there we have it. Here are our 3 messages from the tarot and the hare and the oak. So that's it for you guys today. So thanks for tuning in. I hope this message helps you somehow today. And I will see you back here tomorrow. All right, take care.